Have you ever gone to a hotel and you ordered for some food, and when the food was brought, after you tasted, you realized that the food did not have enough salt, and therefore you requested for a salt shaker to add some salt, and when you tried to shake the shaker, the salt could not come out, and you wondered why the salt could not come out? I'll tell you the reason. Salt is hygroscopic, meaning it has ability to absorb water from the atmosphere. And when salt absorbs water from the atmosphere, it gets into a comfort zone such that it does not have ability to come out, because the purpose of salt is to salt food. If it cannot come out, it means that it cannot play the purpose of salting the food. Meaning, when it absorbs water from the atmosphere, which is its weakness to absorb water, it gets into a comfort zone, and therefore it is not able to carry out the purpose that it should be. And now, what should we do to ensure that it is not in its comfort zone? How do we take it out of its comfort zone? By taking out its weakness. Now, this is what we do. We take some grains of rice and add in the salt shaker, mix the rice grains together with the salt grains. If you look at this salt shaker, you realize that it has salt grains together with rice grains. The purpose of the rice is to absorb the water that is inside the salt, and also to absorb any other kind of water that is likely to come into the salt shaker, and therefore the rice grains will absorb it very fast before it runs into the salt. Therefore, that is the purpose, and that is why we also say that if your phone happens to fall into the water, then what do? You take it, then you put it inside the rice grains for a whole night, and the following morning, the rice grains will have absorbed the water from the phone. Meaning that the purpose of rice is not to oppress the salt. The purpose of rice is not to bring a competition to the salt, but to make the salt functional by taking out its water and taking it out of a comfort zone to make it function correctly. Sometimes God will bring some rice grains in your life to take you out of a comfort zone, not necessarily for competition, but to make you function correctly. Have you ever asked yourself why 43% of all the birds in New Zealand do not fly? It is not that they do not have ability to fly. They were created to fly, but they lack prey that can chase them around and make them fly, take them out of a comfort zone. They lack bats. They lack snakes. They lack cats that can chase them around. Sometimes God will send some cats on your way, some snakes on your way to push you into out of a comfort zone for you to function the way you should be functioning. Penina, the purpose of Penina was not to mess Hannah. It was to ensure that she pushed Hannah to a corner to have a desire to get a child, because Hannah could have gotten into a comfort zone. In fact, the Bible says that Eli used to tell Hannah that I am 10 times better than her son. Therefore, Hannah could have gotten into a comfort zone, but Penina pushed her so that she is not in a comfort zone. She would take that weakness of relaxing out of her. Sometimes God will make sure that He has made sure you are sacked from where you are working in order for you to think outside the box and start your own industry, start your own farm, start your own business alone, that you out of a comfort zone, not because God hates you. Sometimes God will make sure that He has brought someone has started a business just next to you, not to mess you, not to ensure that you are poor. Somebody will ensure that someone has started a business or maybe an industry just next to yours, not to mess you around and not to ensure that you are poor, but to ensure that you are thinking outside the box. What can I sell that can make me and can give me an advantage over the others? Sometimes things will happen in your life, not necessarily meant to hurt you, but meant to take you from one level to another. Sometimes God can give you a wife who is opposite of you. Sometimes God can give you a husband who is opposite of you. Sometimes God can give you a boss who is opposite of you. Sometimes God can give you a teacher who is opposite of you, to just push you to a corner. Sometimes God can give you a landlord who is giving you hell of time, so that he or she can push you out and think of buying your own land and building. Sometimes women, sometimes men will push you so that you can think outside the box. What can I do to solve this particular problem? The Bible says, and one day when the time neared for Israel to come out of Egypt, what happened? There came a new king who never knew Joseph, who oppressed them to a corner. The purpose was not to kill them. The purpose was like rice. The purpose is to take out the comfort zone out of them. The purpose was to make them desire to get out of Egypt, to make them desire not to eat the cucumbers of Egypt, not to eat the watermelons of Egypt, but a desire to get out and get into the wilderness. Sometimes you will be pushed in order to function like the little salt. So in life, do not hate rice. Do not hate grains of rice. They might be of help to salt. And the Bible says you are the salt of the world. Therefore, it means that if you are the salt of the world, then you need some grains of rice that will take your weakness out of you and push you into a greatness. Take away comfort zone out of you. Thank you.